Hey, good morning, everybody. Pastor Mike, His Grace Church, right here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas, man, where we're touching lives, we're changing hearts. His Grace Church is a destination for divine visitation, man. I want to take this opportunity this morning to welcome you to His Grace Church. And, man, we have a great, wonderful, spectacular service planned. How do I know that? Because we know that Jesus is going to be here. The Bible says if any two of you will gather in His name, that He's there in the midst, two or three. And so we've already met that this morning. Jesus is here, and when He's here in the house, miraculous, spectacular, wonderful things happen. And we just are looking forward to having you with us as well this morning. Our Sunday morning worship celebration begins at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Our campuses are at 6995 Alamo Downs Parkway. But if you can't be with us in person, man, I invite you to join us, to be with us online through any one of our social media applications. We're on Facebook, Rumble. We have our own YouTube channel, and we are on Twitter. So this morning we're going to be looking at in our message, we're going to continue in our series called Dream Killers, man. We're talking about those things that arise in our life that many times when God gives us a dream or a plan or a purpose, things that can arise into our life that can halt us, prevent us, stop us from moving forward or stepping out into that place where God has for us. And this morning we're going to be looking at, we're going to go into the 9th part of this particular series, and we're going to learn how isolation leads to devastation. And so many times as you begin to take steps to make your dream or your reality come true, God will place other people in your life to assist you. And He brings these relationships into your life for the purpose of encouraging and yet provoking you to respond correctly as difficult situations arise. And difficult situations will arise when we begin to step out into the plan of God, because the Bible says we have an enemy, that there is a God of this world. There's our God and Satan, who is the God of this world, according to John chapter 10, verse 10, is a thief. And he comes to steal, to rob, to kill, to paraphrase, and to destroy. And so a thief, his primary function is to steal. He's a robber. And Satan comes to rob and to steal that dream, that purpose, and that reality that God has given us so that we won't be able to walk fully and correctly in what God has called us to do. And he does this in several manners, in several ways. One, he comes to our mind and attacks our mind, and that wasn't God. That's not what you're supposed to do. And you know, so the thought process that he brings to dissuade us is evident and real in the lies that he portrays. But the other thing is that we can face as we're walking. Difficult times and situations arise, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional. There's just all kinds of plethoras of things that Satan will throw at us to prevent us from fulfilling the plan, the will, and the purpose of God. Join me this morning beginning at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for our Sunday morning worship celebration. And as we continue in our series, Dream Killers, we're going to be looking at how isolation leads to devastation. Man, I'm Pastor Michael Pillmore. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you right back here soon at His Grace Church, a destination for divine visitation.